You're probably wondering how I got here. Well, let me explain for a moment. So this is how we got here. We are on a lore and gold journey. What happened was, the jailer, the big bad of Shadowlands, I went to fight him in LFR once, all the way back in the end of the expansion in Sepulchre of the first ones, and he had acquired this power to kind of shape reality a bit, and he wanted more of it. We all know he wanted to destroy Azeroth, I guess, because he was smashing it with his hammer. He actually got pissed off. I tried pickpocketing him. So what he did is he took my rogue, displayed as Edwin Van Cleef here, and he sent me to Sylvanas' graveyard where she spawns undead. So I guess she still does that, even though they're not really friends anymore. But what we can do here is, as you can see by me on the left-hand side, I am in contact with the brokers, or the ethereals, or whatever you'd like to call them. They actually decided, and this is actually a villain, it's Zymaz if you're curious. They decided if I give them gold, if I give them goods, if I entertain them with objectives, what they'll do is they'll give me zones, they will give me mounts, they'll give me dungeons, they'll give me gear, and also they'll give me extra friends along the way. So I can acquire multiple different friends, aka different characters in my warband, and I've created a warband called the Money Bank, I believe. And yeah, we'll get to see where we go from there. Here are the quest requirements in Tirisfal Glades. We hit level 35, achieve Loremaster. Loremaster is going to be a big part of this challenge, and also to leave the zone to unlock a new one, we have to spend 10,000 gold all at once. There are some upgrades over time, so that'll be a great start. Some rewards for this is the new zone unlock I mentioned, and also the new addition to the warband. And they also decided, just for a little bit of entertainment's sake, they don't want to see me farming just herbs on the ground, mining the whole time, or just doing a single route of killing rares. They also said I can exchange a little bit of gold for access to the Scarlet Dungeons. And as I've already completed some of this video myself, I went ahead and I decided to just leave you this guide right away so that you can kind of get an idea of what's being done. I don't want to bore you with the details and show you me running this route over and over and over again. Basically, this clip is just to show you that this is the rare spawn. The yellow line is the rare spawn line. The blue treasure chests are the chests that give extra loot. This is Essence of the Undeath. There's a crypt up here. You can farm the banshees. And also, there's some Twilight people over here on the left with the purple, and they drop Ember Soaked Cloth at a very low quantity. They really didn't drop it much for me. I went over there and killed them a few times. I did learn that they scaled higher than the rest of the zones, so I wasn't one-shotting them by the end of the challenge. But yeah, we'll get to kind of see what's going on here, and we'll take a look and check on the success that we have on making gold. I hope you enjoy the show. With any good video, you have to have a leveling sound every once in a while, otherwise you're missing out on one of the most satisfying sounds of the entire game. Now that we're done with the starter zone, we're going to exit and we're going to fully start enjoying Tirisfal Glades. I mean, we get to see what's going on out here. So far, we have just seen some zombies and some spiders and some skeletons, and that's really about it, so time to see some more. Since this is also a lore video, I want to show you my favorite lore in the game in this zone. So Lillian Voss, we don't know exactly why she died, but she was going to be an ultimate Scarlet Crusader to destroy the undead, the Forsaken, and try to take back Lordaeron, I suppose. So she actually, when she died, she was afraid of being undead herself, and she didn't really believe it at first, but over time she figured out that she has special powers. Her father wanted to kill her, but we learned that she didn't go so easily, so she started fighting back, and even though she kept trying to be killed, she wasn't able to be stopped. Most of my leveling process was killing rare spawns and collecting treasures other than the quests. A big part of it is that they drop a lot of greens or blues, and hopefully we can get a rare one along the way. One great way to make gold is through professions. and what we're looking to get today is skinning and leatherworking. It's not the most profitable, but it will end up helping me get gear, and since it's kind of slim to come by, it's going to be nice to get some upgrades just by myself without needing to rely on rare drops.
Heroes of the Horde, the Dragon Isles have awakened.
I don't know if it'll be the best spec, but we're going to be running sub because ambush tends to hit really hard, and hitting things really hard to one-shot them or kill them really fast in a fight is one way that we're going to prevent us from dying to rare spawns. You're going to be seeing me on a mount quite a bit, and I decided that it would just be best if I just get it right away. Otherwise, it just takes me a lot of extra time to actually start making progress in the game, and we're kind of just here mostly for progress. I'm not trying to make each zone take days played or weeks played or months played on the slash played, so we're just going to minimize it a little bit by having me use a normal riding mount. I've leveled quite a few characters in this zone, and I know there's a treasure that can and is up here. We're going to get to that, and we'll get to see what our plunder is today. Hopefully it's a good rare drop. I honestly don't even know exactly what could drop out of these chests, but I do know that they can be worth more gold than nothing, and they give a couple thousand experience, so it'll definitely be worth it. Alright, down she goes. Now we're going to just check on the chest, and a gem, and a little bow. A gem can sell for a little bit, so hopefully we can get something for it. And the bow, who even knows, probably nothing. And there's also a spawn here. Yeah, nice. Now, again, as we saw with the last one, it's usually just like a gem, some gold, and some gear. So we'll get to take a look in this one too, and this probably isn't worth much, but we might as well take it. Sometimes the white items are really good. One thing I noticed after opening up that treasure chest is I have no more inventory space. I also have very little gold. It's time to kind of rectify both of those things. I'm going to go to the auction house, post my stuff. I'm also going to make a little bit of money doing the daily quest with cooking and also fishing. I know the cooking one gives us these Epicurean tokens, which can be traded in for, like, beans, cocoa beans, and you can make a little bit of gold there. And then also you can get some rare items with the fishing box that you get, and not to mention fishing itself has a chance of just getting some random item out of the water that makes you a little bit of gold too. This is after our first posting of all of our auctions. It's not a ton of gold, but it's a good start. You can also see our total here, so it's not nothing. I mean, it's good progress if anything sells. That is the downside of this kind of farm, is you can't really guarantee anything's going to sell, but if it does sell, then you start making a decent amount of money. Now, while I was here, I just went to Undercity and I got back, and I remember these selling for like roughly a silver each, and they are 20 for 360. That's a pretty good deal. I feel like I could maybe make some money off that, so we're gonna try to go that route and see if we can make a little bit of gold that way. Let's start with, I guess, 1,000 and see where it goes from there. This is going to be our first inbox of mail from the auction house. As you can see, we have not much gold, But based on what we have 30. We're about to triple it, maybe quadruple it, which is a good beginning. We haven't even began really farming the rarest items of the patch, so we'll see where it goes. I got the fishing quest. I don't have fishing yet. I decided I'd just get it. We need to complete the quest. It's a good source of experience as well. I didn't really bring that up, but later on I won't be able to get much experience from mobs. These quests are going to scale much more, so I might as well continue doing them. These light armor kits are actually taking us quite far in leatherworking, and I know I haven't really explained why I'm doing it, but most of the reason is because I want to be able to craft gear. I know I've gone over the rules at this point. I actually haven't made that clip yet, but we'll get to that in the future. But we'll be able to craft a decent amount of gear, and what I'm thinking is I want to make characters that are all leather when I add additional characters. And when I add those characters, I'll be able to gear them up a little faster, level them a little quicker, because they'll have gear to just jump right into. I mean, let's take a look and see what we're even getting ourselves into. Just stamina. Okay, well that's a little disappointing, but either way, in the future, hopefully we can get some side stats or agility main stat on a piece of gear so that we can pump out a little bit more damage. So we'll see where that leads us in the future then. I figured level 20 is a big threshold, so I might as well record it. One thing I am going to say is that with level 20, I would like to be able to trade some gold for flying. Regular flying, not dragon flying. That might be a level 30 thing where I have to kind of reevaluate how much gold I'm spending on that. Oh, we did find it. That's great. So we're just going to kill this. We're going to hit 20. And we are going to... Oh, I just messed that up. We're going to pop off. We're going to get a PvP talent. We're going to turn on war mode to make more... We'll get more experience. That'll make a big difference. We are also getting kind of close to what the max level of a zone will be, which I believe is level 30 without chromie time on. That's great. Oh, we got some nice options in here. I actually didn't know what I was working with. So either way, we'll be able to kind of use the benefit of flying soon. I figured level 20 is a big threshold, so I might as well record it. One thing I am going to say is that with level 20, I would like to be able to trade some gold for flying. Regular flying, not dragon flying. That might be a level 30 thing where I have to kind of reevaluate how much gold I'm spending on that. Oh, we did find it. That's great. So we're just going to kill this. We're going to hit 20. And we are going to... Oh, I just messed that up. We're going to pop off. We're going to get a PvP talent. We're going to turn on war mode to make more... We'll get more experience. That'll make a big difference. We are also getting kind of close to what the max level of a zone will be, which I believe is level 30 without chromie time on. That's great. Oh, we got some nice options in here. I actually didn't know what I was working with. So either way, we'll be able to kind of use the benefit of flying soon. Since flying is automatic, I know I have quite a few mounts already, but what I did is I went ahead and I found drachma in the mount journal, and as you can see, the basic ones are 50 gold. Obviously the more expensive ones are 100, but what we're going to be doing is we're going to do the lowest level of flying. We're not going to do dragon riding, as I said earlier, and we're going to spend 50 of our gold, and in that I'm just going to send it to an alt or put it in my war bank or something. And yeah, it'll reduce 50 gold from me. I won't have that anymore, and we'll have regular flying, which isn't too fast. I'm just going to mount up on one to see. Oh, well, that's great. We can just go into the journal here to verify. We have expert riding. It just says ride flying mounts. Oh my gosh. Maybe if I mount this one, it'll say, it should. Yeah, 220. It'll go up a good 130% roughly once I get the better flying. But yeah, just to continue on and make things go a little bit quicker, because I understand like moving into new zones is kind of what I'm focusing on the most in my videos. It's going to be kind of my gimmick. You know, we want to move from zone to zone pretty quickly, but we want to make it interesting. We want to have a little bit of tidbits of information. We want to see different ways to make money in each zone. And yeah, I think this will be a good start. Just getting some flying going so we can skip from rare spawn to rare spawn to level up a little bit. And as we can level up, once we get to 30, then we'll be able to fly even faster with the upgraded flying. And I don't think I'm going to pay for that one because that's just kind of automatic, but we'll look into that in the future. Okay, one thing I realized is kind of regarding war mode. I didn't really think about it beforehand. I knew it's how it worked, but I just kind of forgot during this challenge. War mode requires you to be an Orgrimmar, and of course there's a convenient portal in the very center of Tirisfal Glades to where you can get into Orgrimmar. And so I went ahead and I went here because I was thinking, what's the point of not having war mode on? I mean, I'm not here to just kind of torture myself. I am here to have fun and have a good time, and war mode, it just lets me use more abilities. And 15 energy versus 35 to do an eviscerate, that is such a bonus. I don't know why I wouldn't do it. I'm not necessarily a hardcore RuneScape grinder. I know this is World of Warcraft, but we all know that these are such good challenges to watch on RuneScape, and also in WoW now that people are starting to do it. I actually got into it watching RuneScape videos. Rarg and Link are the big one that comes to mind on people who do challenges and then battle each other. I figure that's going to be less entertaining in this game because it's just going to be a skill gap. You know, whoever's better is just going to win, even if they get slightly worse gear. So it's not as good of a challenge. But I'm still deciding to put on war mode. I mean, it adds a little bit of risk to me, but also my clears are just so slow. Upgrades are so slim right now. I have like all this gear I just crafted, or like random gear that I found while leveling or questing. It's going to make us such a big difference to just have a little bit of an energy cheat compared to non-war mode. And then also the bonus XP is a big deal. So I just went ahead, I did come out to Orgrimmar to turn it on. I'm sorry if that disappoints anyone. If that disappoints a lot of people, maybe we decide on just turning it around, taking it off. Or in future challenges, if we end up making those. I would love to make those, by the way. Maybe we can revisit this and decide to just remove it from the challenge altogether. Where we just don't include war mode, or maybe we require me... Oh, I didn't turn that off yet. Okay. Maybe we don't require me to... Or we do require me to be in war mode all the time and be in more difficult zones, or, you know, who knows what we're looking forward to in the future. It's all going to kind of be based on the comments and based on people's interest, so please let me know. And yeah, we'll be able to build off from there, and thank you so much for your input. One extra thing I'd like to add, with war mode on, there's way less people in Tirisfal Glades. I mean, people with heirlooms on, they're blasting through it. They're not even here at level 20 anymore. They're moving on to the next zone. Or they're doing dungeons, and they're probably... I don't know, I've leveled up a character in probably the time that I've played this one to max level. It's, I've done it, I don't want to say competitively, but pretty quick. But either way, there's more treasures, which means also more experience and more potential of loot. Let's see what's inside. We get a weapon, two-handed axe. It's a shame it's not an upgrade, but it is not a shame that I may be able to sell it for a little bit of money. So yeah, that's an extra thing to consider. Also, I actually just grabbed another treasure before this video, and then before that, I found every single rare that I checked on so far. And normally that isn't a thing. I mean, when I'm on war mode off, I'm not finding anything. So here I am, checking out all the treasure chests, and I'm finding a ton of them. It feels so good to play it like this. I'm getting all these rewards. It feels like I am literally opening up treasure. So yeah, thank you for listening to my little tangent, but yeah, it's a nice time. Hey guys, it's the next day, and I mean, it's 10:23. I've been doing a little bit of extra content here. As you can see, I've been farming these battered junk boxes. I have figured out that these scarlet preservers, and well, everything in this kind of scarlet area of the map, this little zone here around the monastery, Not the ones on this path, though. I should kind of specify that. They give just random apples and sometimes frayed knots, which actually sell for a little bit. But what I'm trying to get at is I have since learned that these mobs drop a lot of different rare blues. And rare blues, I mean, the name is it's in the name. Rare makes money, I imagine. So our goal lately has been to just take some time and farming these mobs. You'll also notice that I'm almost level 30. Well, 29 first, but we are making a decent amount of gold. Not a lot. I mean, we're almost at 300. But there's some great talents. I don't know if you've played Sub-Rogue before, but Shadow Techniques, once I got that, I was doing insanely more damage because I was getting multiple combo points for one spend of energy. And it makes a huge difference. Now another thing, these battered junk boxes, they also have some rare items in them. You can see there's a black venom blade, and it doesn't look like they overlap with the drops of the mobs around the monastery. However, we do like the extra money, the extra chances of more rare loot. I've done maybe about 5 or 6 battered junk boxes so far, and they've all contained garbage. So we'll wait and see how long this takes, and we'll also see how much gold we make. Another thing I should point out is all the things will not show all of the items that I've collected. So, as you can see, the battered junk box, it shows 1 out of 8. It would say 2 out of 8, and it would actually remove one of these items from the list. So we wouldn't even know all the items that we're missing. So I don't know what that 1 is. And just because we are all gambling enjoyers, we're going to open up these junk boxes. We're going to see what we get. See if we can make a little bit of money. I don't even know how much any of this is worth, but generally things that come from these items are going to be worth more than the, 5 gold drops from most of the rare spawns in this zone. I also learned on this other part of the map, this little lake over here, you can kill creatures, well actually they're humanoids, that drop Ember Silk Cloth. They're from Cataclysm, and they drop some decent stuff. Let's just see if we get anything. Those healing potions sell for 1. Poison vials probably don't sell. Well, it's just how it goes sometime. So what we're going to do is we're going to keep farming these. My goal is to hit level 35, and then I'll be outscaled for the mobs in the zone. And so I'll just kind of fly through, and I'll probably pickpocket everything and then one-shot everything, and then rotate through them once more, a few more times, and see if we can get anything from them. I also should check on the drop rates, but since I'm not in that full gold making stage, I don't even know exactly what the drop rates are, what the gold is worth for the mobs. We got some time to see where we're going to go from here. Gold, so it's a good way to make a little bit of money. That's just for myself, it's soul bound, so I can't do anything with that. But yeah, let's go ahead and get opening. As we can see, there's 7 items I don't have yet, and there's 8 total items, 8 rare drops from this, so we'll see if I get any of them. It's probably around like a 3 to 4% chance. And then after that, we're going to open up our mailbox. I haven't opened it up for the last few days, so we can just kind of check and see what's going on in there, and I think that'll kind of end this video. Oh, we already got a gem. That's looking pretty good. 60 copper per loot is... it's really not that great. Oh, I didn't open that one. That's the special one. Gotta have all the extra loot in there. That one's guaranteed rare. 2 moss agates, though. That's pretty great. Okay, it wasn't a lucky one, but it did have silver in it, so I'll take whatever I can. I'm thinking the loot in these, or the gold at least, had increased the higher I leveled, because some of them are grouped with copper and some of them are grouped with silver, so I'm curious if that has any impact on the loot. I also had someone buy one of these empty poison vials for like, I don't know, 5 gold for some reason, so maybe we can sell them those and make a little bit more gold. So after this, we will shortly be unlocking Scarlet Monastery. The Ethereals have decided that we can trade 1,000 gold for that, so that'll be great. They agreed to the trade offer. So, no luck. Dang. Empty poison vials, though, I guess I'll classify it as maybe like 1 gold each. But we are looking for 1k gold so that we can enter and start pickpocketing the mobs, also killing them. I don't know how they scale level-wise if we enter in the front entrance. But here is the time to open up our loot. My guess, before we open it, 700-ish gold. No, that can't be right. Maybe 600. That sounds more like it. And then we're only 400 left. Okay. That's 500. 700? Oh, man. That's more than I thought. I will take what I can, whatever I can. I know I can make another, I don't know, roughly like 60 gold from doing the cooking quest because you trade in the Epicurean token for beans. Imported supplies. They contain cocoa beans. I don't even know what they're for. Probably an achievement. But yeah, you get like 40 of them and they sell for anywhere between a gold to like 10 gold. So I've been making sure to do that every day. And when I get more alts, that's how I'm going to make a little bit of money. And then just to kind of show one last run before the video ends, I almost have 200k posted. The likelihood of any of these items selling, very low. But if they do sell, then I'll get to move on to the next zone because the Ethereals have agreed on that 10k trade. So we'll be able to sneak out of here. But I think it's worth getting rid of the 1k to get into Scarlet Monastery and Scarlet Halls and the dungeons in this zone. So we'll take a look at that. Let's check out. I have some posted already, so there's no way it actually sells for that amount. So let's put it for 25 maybe. It's funny opening these up and finding that I have them posted already. Yeah, that's actually, like, I don't think people collect those. But the agates, they sell for a decent amount, so we know that opening those and pickpocketing is a good way to make loot. And yeah, thank you so much for paying attention. This is, paying attention, for watching my video. This is the first video I have ever made. So, technically I did make some back in Mists of Pandaria. I made a few PvP videos that were kind of low quality, but yeah, we're hoping it's gonna improve from there because it's been about a decade. And ironically, the Mist of Pandaria remix is coming out shortly. I don't have an exact date, I kind of forget, but it's coming out soon, and I might take a look at that. I don't think I will, but there's a chance. As you can see, I've been trying to collect achievements. I've been collecting mounts, appearances, toys, pets, because those are also related to achievements. And yeah, we'll kind of see where we go with that. And yeah, please, let me know any suggestions you have, even if you don't like the video, if you don't subscribe, whatever. It doesn't matter to me too much. I'm just more curious about what I can do to improve my camera work, my editing skills. I don't have any, so any suggestions, please offer some help. I will definitely be making more videos after this one because I have to show you Scarlet Monastery. You'll also see that my gold will be 0 when I start my next video too, because, of course, we're trading that in to get into the dungeons. Also, I also mentioned earlier that this area has a few mobs that drop Ember Silk. Those mobs actually scale to my level. They're level 34 or 35, but Ember Silk drops so rare from them, I don't think that's a valuable way to spend my time. So we'll be getting to Scarlet Monastery, Scarlet Halls, and also I have a key in there for doing a secret quest chain that will allow me to go into the old version of the dungeon. I have no idea how that works. I don't think I've even done it before, so we'll see how that scaling works. And then from there, we will see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great day, and yeah, thanks again.